Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Boys Do Sports. Today, we're going to go ahead and recap week 2. I know there was a bunch of surprises. Then we're going to go ahead and do our starts and sits for week 3, and then we're going to round it out with our game picks for the next week upcoming. So, week 2, man, I think my biggest surprise was the Cardinals absolutely blowing out the Rams. That was wild.
Yeah, that Cardinals offense finally got going. Honestly, it was just a bad week to bet on the favorites, honestly.
Yeah, the favorites. I guess another one is the Vikings beating out the Niners. I'm not sure if the Vikings are just a good team. Maybe we just slept on them. Maybe were too harsh on them. I don't know. I mean, I did go ahead and call that Sam Darnold was going to be that guy, but wow, I didn't know he was going to be the favorite for the MVP through 2 weeks. That's wild.
Right, yeah.
Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, Ravens don't look that, powerful. They're 0-2. It's weird.
Yeah.
Weird shit going on
Losing
right
to
now.
The Raiders is wild. I think everyone can agree that the Bengals got absolutely hosed out of beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs got bailed out. Chiefs fans don't want to hear that. Apparently, they have been getting very mad at me all week, but sometimes it just needs to be said. The Giants lost a heartbreaker due to not having a kicker. Why could we not have anyone on roster kick a singular field goal? I don't know, but
I thought the punters could kick field goals. I thought that's something they kind of practiced.
So they had him practicing it, and he misses one extra point. Dable shuts it all down. He said, fuck that. We're going for 2. We're going for it on every 4th down. And, for not trusting our punter to make a 30-yarder at the end of the game, went ahead and sealed their fate. So it's kind of tough, man. Not a whole lot we can do about that.
Yeah.
But, weird week in the NFL for sure. I was watching all those games. I'm like, what the fuck is going on today? Man. Completely crazy. You want to go ahead and get us update our records?
Yeah, so I got one on you this week. We went from, what were we, 10 and
I think we
10
were
and
both
7
10 and 6 or 10 and 7 last week.
Something like that. Yeah, now I'm 19 and 13, you're 18 and 14. So one down, not bad.
Yeah, definitely not a great week for Pick'ems. I didn't have that great of a week. I definitely did. We got a snipe on the Falcons to beat the Eagles there. That was a good feeling. That was great. Saquon dropped the ball, man. Great feeling, dude. That made me feel better. So we can go ahead and jump into our starts and sits. Normally we do 2 for each. 1 for each position, but I got 2 for quarterback this week. And both of them aren't very highly rostered. And I'm going to say Sam Darnold against the Texans and Derek Carr against Philly. I think you just start them until they stop going crazy.
Yeah.
Until they stop throwing touchdowns, just keep her going, dude. Keep the train rolling. I think Derek Carr absolutely torches this Philly defense. I mean, I do, man. I think that Rashid Shaheed might go for 200 yards. Just saying. I don't know, man.
Chances of Chris Olave having a bounce back game is pretty high. But yeah, Derek Carr's the number 2 quarterback on the season right now for fantasy. And Sam Darnold could be all right too. My start for quarterbacks can be Joe Burrow. I mean, he's only scored 8 and 17 fantasy points. So this offense is really finally getting its shit together and looking a lot better, using Mike Gesicki and stuff like that. He was good for the Dolphins, but didn't do anything for the Patriots. And really, this is the best matchup for a quarterback for fantasy playing the Commanders. And they might even have T. Higgins back this week. So I think Burrow is a start with someone that you're burned by and didn't want to start him. I think you should keep him in there.
Yeah, definitely give him a little bounce back Burrow time for sure against the Commanders. Daniel Jones threw for 2 touchdowns against the Commanders. Yes.
Yep.
Fire up Joe Burrow. He might score 40. My running back start. He didn't have a great week last week. Jerome Ford. So the Browns are playing the Giants, and the Giants' defense is Charmin soft. Brian Robinson Jr. ran for a career high 130-some-odd yards against the Giants. It didn't find the end zone, surprisingly. I don't know how it just didn't happen. But I think Jerome Ford probably finds the end zone 2 or 3 times. I think he goes for a hat trick at about $1.40.
So
just being honest.
I don't mind that, but Deonta Foreman took a lot of carries last week for some reason. I don't know if there's an underlying injury for Jerome Ford, because Ford is a much more explosive back at this point in their careers. So I don't know what happened or what, but Ford come out and then Foreman come out and carried more times than Ford. So I don't know. But I'm assuming maybe against the Giants they'll get Ford back out there and really just pound the rock. My start at running back was somebody I was not in on all season, and I am glad that I have him in our league. It's Tony Pollard. He's averaging 17 fantasy points per game already, and they're playing the Packers this week. And the Packers have allowed the 7th most fantasy points to running backs this season, and already gave Jonathan Taylor and Saquon Barkley over 100 rushing yards in each game. So...
yeah, I have Tony Pollard in Dynasty, and I was so nervous about him this year, but he's doing well for me so far, and I'm glad I've just went ahead and rode the wave and just started him. Said, fuck it, why not? I mean, not like I had too many other options. My running back room is abysmal right now. I think everybody's kind of scrounging on the waivers for running backs in general right now. Everybody's down. Pacheco, McCaffrey. There's got to be some other big names I'm missing.
Walker.
Kenneth Walker got hurt. Everybody is on not doing well right now. So, that's why I was trying to go for a running back with a low percentage owned like Ford. Yep. My wide receiver to start is going to be Malik Neighbors against the Browns. So the Browns do have a good defense, but Malik Neighbors proved last week that he is going to be the Giants' offense. He got 67% of the target share last week, and for a rookie, that's incredible. It seemed like every time they were out there, he would see the ball at least twice on 4 downs. Like if we went 3 and out, he would see the ball twice. So there's just no way. If you have him, start him. Don't even think about it. He's gonna get his targets, man. Start him.
Yeah, he's a lineup lock for sure anymore. And this guy's becoming a lineup lock. Jameson Williams is my start for wide receiver. Dude, going crazy. Not what we expected, but he was drafted number 8 overall. Just ended up with the injuries or the suspension. I can't remember which one was first. But still, it's just...
the suspension came first.
Yeah, but they're playing the Cardinals this week, and Cardinals allow the 10th most fantasy points to wide receivers. And he already has 20 targets and 200 yards in the first 2 weeks. So...
Yeah, I mean, he's just been going off. I mean, before the season started, he did say that he was going for the wide receiver 1 role. That's what he said. And I guess he believed in himself and he kept to it because he said he was going to be the number 1 receiver in the league. So, I mean, good on him, I guess. It's good to see him bounce back. A lot of people are already writing him off, not saying that he was going to be even like wide receiver 2 on that team. So, it's good to see.
Yep.
My tight end, you spoke on him a little bit. I got Mike Gesicki, dude. I think this is a great matchup for tight ends against the Commanders here. The Giants didn't utilize any of the tight ends against the Commanders. I'm not sure why. They don't have a great defense at all. I think Gesicki gets into the game early. Jamar Chase probably has a great game. T. Higgins has a great game. I don't see why Gesicki can't maybe catch a touchdown in there.
Yeah, in one of my fantasy leagues, I randomly lost Evan Ingram. You know what that's like. And just, Sunday morning, it's like, oh, Evan Ingram's out. Well, my backup tight end was Jake Ferguson. So, what do? I went and snagged Mike Gesicki off the waiver wire, and he scored me 15 points. So, hell yeah. That was great.
Yeah, he definitely got into the game last week, man.
Yeah. Tight end is an absolute wasteland. It's awful. You got to think, you just got to start your tight end. Whoever your tight end is, that's the guy you're starting. Doesn't matter if it's Sam Laporta, who has a total of 5 fantasy points, or Travis Kelce, who has a total of 4 fantasy points. You're just starting your guy because they'll eventually, get back up. Yeah, I'm just going to say Pat Freiermuth, somebody that maybe somebody's not starting. Because Chargers do allow the 10th most fantasy points to tight ends. And Muth is shockingly the tight end 9 on the season so far, and he has less than 15 fantasy points. So
yeah, it's the tight end spot is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
But he did score like 9 of his 15 points last week, so he was like tight end 2 last week for me, and I had to spot start him because Ingram died.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
Yeah. Don't know what to do.
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, that's kind of, I was going to say during our sits, man, it's so hard to say sit anybody on tight end just because of everybody's ass right now. Nobody's having a great week at tight end. So, like, just whoever you got, start them. But my sits, I'm rolling it back. 2 weeks in a row at quarterback. Sit Caleb Williams against this tough Indianapolis defense. I don't see Caleb Williams getting out of this one with anything. He might not even have positive fucking points. Like, I don't even know if he had positive points against the Texans. He had a horrible game. 3 picks. Looked awful. Looked gross. Just no thank you. Go ahead and keep him down.
Yeah, no, I didn't draft any Caleb Williams, and I'm not going to go near him. He just needs to grow, like, I don't know. He just didn't look like C.J. Stroud coming out or the guys like that. It's kind of sad because he was the number 1 overall pick and coming into an offense that is fully upgraded, wide receivers and running. Like, it just doesn't make any sense that he's struggling so bad.
That offensive line doesn't give him any help. But if you flash back and look at what they said about Justin Fields, they didn't give Justin Fields any of the offensive line doubts. They blamed it all on Fields. So, I mean, to see people kind of bailing Caleb Williams out is super annoying. I think that's a cop-out. You see Justin Fields behind a decent O-line in Pittsburgh. He's 2-0. So
he's 2-0.
Yep.
My sit
credit, man.
My sit for quarterback is Dak Prescott. Not looking great for fantasy this year already, and they have a tough matchup versus the Ravens. And they only let up 16 fantasy points to Mahomes and 13 to Minshew, which that's not, saying anything. But Dak also hasn't scored more than 14 fantasy points in a game this season. So I just think, I know you probably drafted him 7th or 8th quarterback. I think you got to avoid him. Pick up someone else. Get the Derek Carr. Get just someone else.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't put up more last week. I know it was a blowout, and both games so far have been blowouts. But, like, if they were down 30 at halftime, you figure they just come out slinging the rock. It is what it is. I don't know. I do think that the Cowboys are going to be a part of a lot of blowouts, and this is not going to be a blowout, surprisingly. So,
no,
it might not be a terrible matchup, but
we'll see.
I don't know. The Ravens' defense is stout, man.
Mm-hmm.
My sit at running back is going to go ahead and be Rachaad White. They are playing against Denver, which is probably going to be a great matchup for running backs. I just don't trust that he's 100% healthy. Last week, they put him in the game, then just randomly pulled him. And Bucky Irving got the majority of the reps after that. I'm not sure if he's completely healthy. He practiced limited today. I think it's going to be one of those that you kind of just take it day by day on. And but right now, as it's sitting, I don't trust that he's 100% healthy. I don't like when teams play players that aren't 100% healthy and then pull them randomly in the game because they're not healthy. I think that's so shitty for fantasy football, but I don't know. I'm not the coach, so.
Yeah, I've been saying all offseason, don't draft Rachaad White. Like, don't draft the man. He was one of the most inefficient backs last year running the ball, but they didn't have a choice. That's all they had. He comes out, runs 2 yards per carry for week 1, runs 2 yards per carry week 2 until they pull him because he got hurt. Bucky Irving will be the starter for this team by the end of the season, I believe, whether that comes via injury or via bench. But Rachaad White is one of the most inefficient backs we've seen, and they mainly keep him in for the passing down work, but they don't need to run him on them early downs. So, yeah, I've been preaching sell Rachaad White. Like, get rid of him before he is no longer the starter.
I'm just worried that people are going to try and start him because Denver is a great matchup here. Like, this is a great matchup on paper. I just think it's a trap, man. It is trappy to me.
I could see Rachaad White playing, like, 20% of the snaps just because they're just killing them.
And then Bucky Irving takes it over. Yeah. Yeah, I think Bucky Irving gets a lot of touches this week. I've been thinking about spot starting him because I need help. So it's a possibility. I might start Bucky Irving this week.
My sit at running back is Aaron Jones. He is hurt, so that doesn't help anything. But he practiced in a limited fashion today. But the Texans allow the third lowest fantasy points to running backs, and Jones is already dealing with an injury. And Ty Chandler has been taking a large amount of Jones's work, actually. Lots of carries.
Cook.
Yeah, so I don't know. Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I was about to jump in right on top of you. I was like, dude, Ty Chandler is RB1A.
Yeah. He is the A.J. Dillon to Aaron Jones, Green Bay, but Ty Chandler can actually run for more than 2 yards per carry.
Sure can. He can bust him open, too. I am big on Ty Chandler right now, and he's not that highly owned. You can get him on your bench still, surprisingly. Got to get it done now. But, yeah, I agree. If Aaron Jones, like I said, I don't know who's healthy right now. I guess we're going to see come closer to Sunday. But, man, my sit at wide receiver is going to go ahead and be Brian Thomas Jr. They play Buffalo this week. And Buffalo absolutely shut down the Dolphins. All of those wide receivers, besides for Jalen Waddle, absolutely got just shut down. And I'm worried that a rookie receiver is not going to be who Trevor Lawrence looks to take off in this game. I think he's going to look towards Christian Kirk and probably rely on Travis Etienne. I don't really see Brian Thomas Jr. getting involved in this game at all.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go because I thought about putting Brian Thomas Jr. here, but I don't know. He's just so damn good.
He is great, but I am worried that this Buffalo game is going to get out of hand and Trevor Lawrence is going to look to the guys that he needs to, get an offense going. And I just don't know if Brian Thomas Jr. is that safety blanket for him.
Yeah. My sit for wide receivers, Terry McLaurin. My man's has 7 fantasy points total. The Bengals allowed the 6th lowest fantasy points to wide receivers. They've all been in low-scoring games. And he has a total of 39 yards through 2 weeks. And that's on 6 catches. So I don't figure he will be looked at much again in this run-heavy offense. It's just going to be tough for him.
Yeah, he got 3 catches. All of his catches last week were literally behind the line screen passes, and he got blown up. I think he might have lost yards last week. I'm going to have to double check that, but he got absolutely put in a body bag last week, man. It was embarrassing against the Giants defense too. Let's see, Terry McLaurin, 6 catches for 22 yards. That is so incredibly inefficient, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's embarrassing, dude.
Yep.
You can't have that, dude. If you're getting 6 catches, you got to be better than that. My sit for tight end, like I said, it's kind of hard to sit whoever you got. Kind of got to start whoever you got. But if you can, man, if you have a backup tight end, go ahead and just pop Mark Andrews on the bench, man. They're playing, like you said, they're playing Dallas. I don't love Mark Andrews right now. I said to start him last week. They're going to try and get him going. They got him going a little bit, but it was 6 fantasy points. I think he had 4 catches for 20-some-odd yards. I don't love it. I don't love his matchup. I think this game is going to be low scoring and 1 on the ground.
Yeah, I've been trying to trade for Mark Andrews in one of my leagues. It's actually that league that I have Evan Ingram in. And there's a deal on the table that he sent me right now for Jalen Waddle straight across from it for Mark Andrews, and I just can't get myself to pull that trigger, even though Waddle's dealing with Skylar Thompson, so I just don't know what to do when Tua's coming back. It's tough.
Dude, Skylar Thompson's going to be fine. He's going to find Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill just fine.
I hope so. I got 3 shares. I got 3 shares of Waddle and 1 share of Tyreek, so damn, better keep this offense humming. But yeah, like I said before, the tight end position is a wasteland. You just got to do what you got to do. But today, in one of my leagues, I saw a motherfucker have Taysom Hill in his starting lineup still.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's hard.
This Saints offense is on fire. It's looking great. But the Saints utilize 3 different tight ends. Like, the man's has like 3.5 fantasy points through 2 weeks, and they're still in their starting lineup. Like, get him out. Like, drop his ass.
There's no reason.
Go get
There's
Tucker
no
Kraft. Go get Mike Gesicki. Like, go get someone. Go get Colby Parkinson, not Taysom Hill.
Yeah, bro. Taysom Hill does not need to be even rostered. I don't even care, dude. Everybody that's always on Taysom Hill, you got to get him, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill is not a good football player. I don't care. He stole Alvin Kamara's touchdowns way too much whenever I was an Alvin Kamara fan.
So, fuck him.
Just fuck Taysom Hill, dude. I hate him. Let's go ahead and jump into our game picks. Tomorrow night, I think we actually have I thought this game was going to be a blowout before the season started, but this might be a great game. We got Patriots versus the Jets, with the Jets being 6.5-point favorites.
That's nuts. I don't believe the Jets will even beat the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to win this game. I really do.
Dude, I want to jump on board with that.
I really do.
At least I'm going Patriots spread.
Yeah, Patriots minus
I'm gonna go ahead
plus 6.5, 100%.
Plus 6.5. Yeah, that's hitting. I'm going to go ahead and say the Jets win it by like 14-17. I'm going to say they win it by a field goal, but I might sprinkle Patriots money line.
In their last 16 matchups, how many times do you think the Jets have won?
Oh, the Patriots have owned them for decades.
16 matchups, so that is like 8 or 9 years, depending.
8.
How many times?
Because you play them twice a year.
Yeah. So
is that counting postseason?
Yes, that's counting postseason. I don't think they've played each other in the postseason, though.
I'm going to go ahead and say the Jets have won 4 of those games.
1 out of 16.
What?
Yeah, the last 16 times they played. And the most recent
Even
one.
Last year they owned them?
No, the Jets beat them once last year. But they split last year.
Dang.
Yeah, they split last year.
That's wild. Zach Wilson horrible.
Yeah, he was not good.
Zach Wilson sucks, dude. Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and stick with it. But Patriots plus 6.5 is a lock. I love that. First noon game for me, I have Giants-Browns. Browns are 6.5-point favorite. I think that's that's ridiculous. Go ahead and give me the Giants plus 6.5, and I'm going to go ahead and say the Giants win the ball game.
Okay, I'm going to go Browns just because the Browns did look a little better last week. And if the Giants looked like they did the week 1, like it's just gonna be bad.
But I mean, the Giants' offense got it going. We won that game last week if we had a kicker. I'm not too worried about it. The Browns are dog shit. I'm standing on business on that one. Next game, we got Packers-Titans. The Titans are 1.5-point favorites. Give me the Packers.
The Titans are favorites?
Titans are 1.5-point favorites at home.
I'm going Packers. I think Packers are going to win this game.
I'm going Packers. Yeah. I don't care who is starting at quarterback. Malik Willis got it done last week. Give me the Pack. Next game, we got Bears-Colts. Colts look like dog shit. Bears look like shit. My defense looks good, though. Who you got?
I'm going Colts.
I'm going to go ahead and go Bears. Go ahead and give me Bears. I don't really believe that Caleb Williams wins it, but I think the defense keeps him in long enough to get it done. Next game, we got Texans-Vikings, the battle of the 2-0s. Give me the Texans. Texans are 1.5-point favorites. Give me the Texans and to cover that spread. Next game up, we got the Eagles and the Saints. The Saints are 3-point favorites. Beautiful.
I went ahead and went Saints, but I could definitely see the Eagles winning this game.
I'm taking the Saints, and I want the Saints to absolutely blow them out. I will never take the Eagles this entire pick'em. I just won't do it. Can't do it. I hope the Eagles lose the rest of their games. Chargers-Steelers, another battle of the unlikely 2-0s. What do you got? Steelers are 1.5-point favorites at home.
I'm going Chargers. I believe in this Chargers team.
I think I got to go Chargers too, because J.K. Dobbins might put up 100 yards on him. So J.K. Dobbins is running this Chargers offense, man. Dog. Next game, we got Broncos-Bucks. Bucks are 6.5-point favorites, and I think they cover that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they win by double digits. Give me the Bucks. First 3 o'clock game, we got Snooze Fest. I will not be tuning into this one at all. Panthers Raiders. The Raiders are 5-point favorites. Give me the Raiders and a cover.
I'm taking the Panthers. Now listen.
The Red Rifle?
The Red Rifle is going to revive the locker room. And they're going to come out and beat the shitty-ass Raiders. But we'll see.
Brother, the Raiders are hyped up. They just beat fucking Lamar Jackson. Nah. I don't see it, dude. Nah. There's no way, dude.
Antonio Pierce will find a way to fuck it up.
Sucks, bro. Probably. But that team is bad, dude. This one will be a fun one. Dolphins, Seahawks. Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites at home. It's probably not going to be that much fun. I forgot Tua is on IR. Seahawks are winning this one and covering the spread.
Yeah, I definitely could see the Seahawks winning this one pretty easily.
Yeah, that one's going to be handled.
Now
this one actually a fun one here is Ravens Cowboys at Cowboys 1-point favorites at home.
I'm just going Cowboys just because they always play better off of a big loss like that. But it's a coin toss, honestly. Both teams haven't looked great.
That's what I'm saying. I think I gotta go Ravens because I don't know if the Ravens can lose 3 games straight and still even think about being highly touted AFC contender. It's embarrassing right now, man. They gotta put up a dub. I'm gonna go ahead and go Ravens. We got like 5 3 o'clock games this week. 49ers Rams. Rams are 2 7-point dogs, not 2. 7-point dogs.
Yeah.
That's a little disrespectful.
Yeah, no Puka Nacua and no Cooper Kupp. They don't believe this offense is going to move.
Yeah, and I think their whole offensive line is dead, too. The 49ers defense might take them down. Yeah. I just don't know if the 49ers beat them by 7. That's a big spread.
Yeah, they're going to win. 49ers are going to win, but...
Yeah. 7? I don't know.
If the Rams were a little healthier, I could see the Rams winning this game.
Yeah, the Rams and the Niners always play really good games. That's going to be an interesting one. We'll see. Last 3 o'clock game, I actually really like this game. The Lions-Cardinals. The Lions are 3-point favorites on the road. I could see the Cardinals winning this game.
I'm going Lions, but I could see the Cardinals winning this game too.
I feel like the Cardinals got it figured out, man. Go ahead and sprinkle me on the Cardinals. Let's get another one different this week. I got to get a game back on you somehow, because I think we're both going to pick Kansas City over the Falcons on Sunday Night Football. It's Pete Mahomes whenever Carey's singing them in, man. I don't know what Patrick Mahomes' record is on Sunday Night Football, but it's got to be pretty good, man. I feel like I always see him win on Sunday Night Football.
Bastard.
Monday night, we have a doubleheader. Nobody asked for this. NFL, if you're watching, no, you're not. But stop. Just fucking stop, dude. We don't want this. Fans don't want this. On Monday night, we want to watch one game. Not 2 games. We can't watch 2 games. You think we want to flick back and forth? We're gonna have to have a split screen on Monday Night Football, dude. That just doesn't make any sense. That's good for Sunday. We love that shit on Sunday. Feast it up on Sunday, not on Monday Night Football, dude.
Yeah,
but anyways, first game, we got Jaguars-Bills. Bills are 5.5-point favorites at home. Give me the Bills to cover that spread.
Yep, Bills here, 100%.
Last game, Commanders-Bengals. Bengals are 7.5-point favorites, and the over/under is 47. That's pretty high.
Yeah, I think I would take the under.
Yeah, I love the under there.
Yeah.
Just because the Commanders don't put up points, man.
Yeah,
they
and
just don't put up a whole lot of points.
Yeah, the Bengals aren't putting up points this year either yet.
Yeah, not yet.
They're keeping everything low-score games.
Last week was like 25.
Yeah.
They put up 25 last week. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't love that. But go ahead and give me the Bengals to win that. And probably not cover the spread. I think the Commanders cover that spread. 7.5 points is quite a bit. Do you concur?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty good spread.
7.5? Crazy. It's a lot.
7.5. I could see it being like a 20.
I was gonna say like 21 to like 10.
I would say 20.
Spread, but
24 to 10 to be 14 points.
14.
Yep, yeah, and be covered. hit the under. Like, sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, but putting up 10 means the Commanders have to score a touchdown. You can't score a touchdown if you only take a field goal.
That is true. They'll score one.
Yeah, they have to.
Brian Robinson's gonna get that rushing TD. It's about fucking time.
God, it's about time, dude. He needs one.
I think I don't know if he
guys,
got one.
Oh shit.
Go ahead. Get it? I'm just saying. I don't think he got one
yet.
Ugh.
He got one week 1, I think.
Good.
Maybe, I don't know. He's been on my bench for a little bit, but yeah, guys, that has been it. If you made it this far, make sure to drop us a like. It helps us out a bunch. If you are new around here, hit the subscribe button, and all the links to our other social medias are in the link in our link tree. It's going to be in our in the description here. I think I put it in the description. Yeah, just go ahead and check that out. Check us out on our other socials, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.